morning. Welcome to Yoga with Lisa SXM. You found the gentlest yoga on the internet, at least I believe that's true. And I try to keep it always soft and easygoing for my friends from the seniors group. Back before the pandemic, we used to meet at the Lions Club on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 o'clock. We're keeping it going for a year and a half now. Keeping our schedule and inviting anybody that wants to join us. We've got Jane and Audrey already with us this morning. Thank you guys for being here. Let's just take a moment to quiet the mind and focus our attention on our breath. Let your back be nice and straight and your neck lengthen, lifting the top of the head up. Relax those shoulders. Let the arms be heavy. Try and let the mind focus on the breath and being here, now. And no matter how busy you've been, how distracted your mind might have been, your yoga mat always accepts you, gives you a place to find yourself. Try to connect with gratitude and love, the power of now. Being here, and let everything else just drift away in the atmosphere. Let the breeze catch it and carry it away. Let's take a moment to just drop the head and lengthen the back of the neck. Let the head be heavy in front of the chest. Release your belly so your neck can really let go. Really feel the stretch in the back of the neck, the muscles that extend down towards the shoulder blades and connect up to the back of the skull. And we'll slowly move the chin along the collarbone left and right, ever so slowly breathing in and out as you move left and right. And remember, as we go through the next hour together, whatever suggestions I give you, they are only suggestions. And I'm just one lady speaking to all of you, and I cannot know the issues in your tissues, but you do. Listen to yourself with love. Okay, my signal's back. I hope you guys are seeing me. I was just going through my regular thing that I say, which is listen to yourself. And I'm just giving you some guidance, suggestions, but take it easy on yourself. Don't push past any limits. So all we're doing is moving the head back and forth in front of the collarbone. The chin traces the collarbone right, breathing in. Chin traces the collarbone left, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Please slow this movement down and feel the back of the neck stretching, releasing, lengthening. Connecting the skull, connecting to the back. Release your belly and just move the head a little bit left. Breathing in, a little bit left. Breathing out. And coming back to the center, just let the head hang and let's bring in a big sighing breath. Breathe in through the nose and just sigh it out. Release. When you're ready, lift your face. Let's blink those eyes. Do I still have my Audrey and my Jane that were with me before? Are you guys still with me? I'm not sure what happened to the signal. I'm just going to continue and I'm going to pray that you get through and rejoin. All right, so close the eye or blink the eyes, open wide, close them, scrunch, open wide and circle them around, circle the other way, scrunch it, open wide again. Let's look left and right, over the top, like a rainbow, over the top to the right, over the top to the left. And then we'll scrunch the face up and open wide, open the mouth wide, stick the tongue out. Hey, Audrey's back. Hey, Audrey, sorry, I'm not sure what happened to the signal. Okay, scrunch the face closed, open wide, stick the tongue out. Scrunch closed, open wide. And let's let the jaw swing left and right a little bit. Hey, Ellis is with us. Thank you, Ellis. Nice to see you. Let's move the jaw in a circle. And the other way. Ah, beautiful. All right, stretch out those long, beautiful legs. Take a moment to settle yourself on your hip bones and flex the ankles, point the toes. Flex the ankles, point the toes. Flex one and point the other and switch, 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 and switch. Circle the ankles. Circle around the other way. And now we'll take the hands from the top of the thighs to the top of the knees to the top of the shins, reaching for the ankles or the toes, bending forward. Just let the head drop. Come on back up. Take those elbows back. Push the heart and the sternum forward. Open your hands, palm up. Squeeze your elbows back. Flex your ankles. Lift your face. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to the top of the thighs, slide it down, forward fold, drop your head. Slide it back up, lift your face, squeeze the elbows back, flex the ankles, breathe in. 2 more times like that, point the toes, reaching forward, drop the head, exhale. Come on up, squeeze it back, flex the ankles, squeeze back, lift your face, breathe in. One more time, rounding it down. And come up. Awesome. Beautiful. All right, take the left leg and bring that heel in by the groin area. If you're not happy with this position, you're certainly welcome to bring your foot close to your knee or out to the side. This is optional. If you can, though, bring that heel in high into the groin. And we're going to reach beyond the straight leg. Reach your hands straight out as if you're reaching for something across the room. Look down at your legs so your neck is straight and breathe deeply. Really, really reach like you're trying to reach with your fingertips and the top of your head across the room. Reaching, 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 breathing, breathing, breathing. Awesome. Hands to the floor. Push yourself up and change legs. As I said before, if you have issues with your hips or knee or whatever, you don't have to have that heel in so high up, but if you can, it's a good place for it. We're going to reach beyond the straight leg, flex that ankle, and here we go, reaching. Look down at your legs so your neck is straight. Keep breathing. Reach with the top of your head and your fingertips, reach. Keep breathing in and out, in and out. Keep reaching. Awesome. Hands to the floor. Push yourself up. Beautiful. And bring your legs into a gentle straddle now. And hands forward. Just dip one shoulder and come up. Look over at the other shoulder. Come up. Let's do a little gentle twisting through the spine here. Looking over one shoulder and then the other. Breathe with your movement. Breathing in and out. You can let your feet be loose. You can let your legs be soft. Just to work with the back and shoulder here. Reach around with your chin beyond your shoulder or close to your shoulder. Bring one ear sort of down towards the floor and the other ear up towards the ceiling, looking over the shoulder. You can close your eyes if you want. Work with your breath. Feel the body start to loosen up as it should. Sitting up, bring those hands out and up, breathe in, reach up, pull some apples out of a tree, an imaginary tree hanging right over your head. Reach up and grab and yank it down with some strength in your arm. Bring it down, reach up, bring it down, breathe in and out. Both arms got to come up now, breathe in and let it float down. Let the hands rest on top of the knees or thighs, palm up, keeping your back straight. Close the eyes and just feel how the body's changed already with a little bit of movement, a little bit of gratitude, a little bit of awareness of your presence in this moment, this place. This is your life. Recently I heard someone discussing that moment, that ability to be in the moment, and they were saying that the past is just an illusion in your mind. It's a story you tell yourself, but it doesn't really exist. The future also is just an illusion. It's something you tell yourself, you imagine it. You cannot know the future. So the only thing you really have is the now. Try to be in the now for every moment of your life, living fully, appreciating your blessings, appreciating your friends, your environment, and all the blessings and gifts that are given to you. Your life is a gift given to you. You are not your body. You are not your life. You are a soul, eternal, expansive, spiritual, existing here within this body, this flesh. Beautiful. Thank you so much for being here, for finding me again after I kind of clicked out there for a moment. It looks like maybe everybody's back. We're going to bring those legs together now and scoot on down to the back side. Stretch the arms up overhead if that feels good, and bring your feet to the floor near your hips. We'll drop both knees to the left and just relax through the hips. Sometimes when I do this, I almost feel like my spine is a xylophone and it just readjusts just from this simple movement. You feel like it but all the way up the spine. Take a deep breath here and relax everything. Maybe you'll feel that xylophone spine clicking into place, realigning, loosening up through each of those little vertebrae and the sinews between, the fluids that flow within and throughout. And when you're ready, you can bring your knees up and all the way over to the other side. And again, just hang out here, asking the hips and lower back to relax, relax, relax. Relaxation begins in the mind. Begins with awareness that you are not totally relaxed. Once you realize that, then the mind tells the body to relax, and that's the challenge, to get it to do it. And when you're ready, I invite you to bring those knees up and just flip-flop them back and forth at any speed that feels awesome to you. Match your breath to your movement, inhaling on one side, exhaling on the other. Really let those legs be flip-floppy and loose. Let the hips find easy movement. Beautiful. Let's bring those legs up to the chest. And bring your hands to grip your knees and squeeze it in and release. Take a breath in. Exhale and squeeze the knees into the chest. Open up, away from the chest. Breathe in and squeeze it in. Exhale. Let the knees go a little bit wide if you want. And then bring it back in. Open up, let them go as wide as you're comfortable with. Don't go too far. Don't overstretch in the middle of the legs. Bring it together. Breathe in and out. Let's find a medium halfway in between and rock left and right. Keep doing that. I'm just going to adjust my camera for a second, get a little bit better vision for you guys. All right. We're going to stretch the arms and legs up. Flex the ankles and wrists. Point the toes and wrists. Flex and point. Flex and point. Keep flexing. Keep pointing. Add your breath. Breathe in and out. In and out. We're trying to get that blood to flow uphill all the way to the fingers and toes. Breathe and push the blood up. Okay, now we're going to go for a little walk. Flex the ankles and the wrists. Go for a little walk like a puppy dog walking on the ceiling. All right, bend it down, push it up. Bend it down. Bring the knees close to your armpits if you can. So you're not just leaving your knees up and doing this, unless that's all you can do. If that's all you can do, then do it, for heaven's sakes. But if you can, bring your knees wide and let them come close to the floor on the outside of your rib cage. And the hands come down, and then push it up. Down and up. Push down and up. Let's go 10 more times down. That's 10. And down. Push it up. 9. Down and up. 8. Get down. Push it up. 7. Here comes 6. And now it's 5. Just a few more here. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Push it up and just let your legs and arms sort of float up there independent of each other. Crisscross a little bit. Open wide a little bit. Circle around a little bit. Feel the freedom. Feel the ease. Feel the gentleness. Bring them all together. Bring the toes together. Bring the fingers to rest somewhere near the shins. Everything clustered together in a tight bundle. Breathing in will open wide like a flower. Don't go too far. Don't overstretch in the middle of the thighs, and bring it back as you exhale. Open wide. Breathe in. Close it up. Exhale. Just let your mind imagine that you're a flower blooming in the morning and closing up in the evening. The rhythm of the world. Plants know it. Trees know it. Birds know it. But we get kind of confused and we think we're going to stay up all night and forget the rhythm of the world. Let's do it one more time. Breathing in, open, and close and exhale. Bend the knees, bring it on down. Stretch your legs out on the floor. Let your arms go wherever feels good. Maybe above your head in a surrender type pose. Maybe straight out from your shoulders, palms reaching up, fingers naturally curled. Or you may be more happy with your arms down near your hips, but again, try to turn your palms up and let your fingers curl naturally in. Just observe the hands resting. Are you holding in your shoulders and your upper back? Let it go. Relax. Sink down. Breathe. Try to breathe with the lowest part of your belly, expanding your belly as you inhale. Exhale, just let it go. And at the end of your exhalation, squeeze that belly in just a little bit. Feel like the belly button is pulling back towards your spine. Squeeze that old air out and get ready for another beautiful inhalation. Bring that knee up and let's bring your hands to your knee. Interlock your fingers on the knee and squeeze it into the chest a few times. Enjoy the stretch. Enjoy the movement. Enjoy this feeling of loosening in the hips. Let's stretch the leg up towards the ceiling. If your leg is bent here, that's okay. Maybe the leg wants to stay a little bit. That's all right. If you can get it straight, that's also great. Reach your hands and grab somewhere on your leg near your knee or thigh and gently pull the leg a little closer to your face and let it go back to vertical. We're just working on stretching the hamstring in the back of the thigh. Gentle, gentle, easy going. Don't overdo it. Breathe a lot. Pull and return to vertical. There's my lunch. So we'll hold the leg at or near your edge for about 30 seconds and release any tension in the back of the leg and hip. You can rub if you want back there, squeeze and release the calf, the knee, the thigh, and then towards the hip. Just ask the leg to try and relax. If you feel an urge to go deeper, if you feel like the leg wants to go into a little bit more of an extreme stretch, gently pull. Don't overdo it. Hold right there and continue to breathe and ask the leg to relax. Let's release the leg and let it just float vertically up from the hip. Release your arms out to the side like a capital letter T, straight out from the shoulders, palms up, fingers curled. Bend that knee and drop it to the left side of the body. Bring it over close to the floor. Roll up on the left hip if it's your right leg we're talking about. Roll up on your side hip and turn your head either to look up at the ceiling or to the right. If that makes you feel tension in your back, you can turn your head all the way to the left, looking in the same direction as you need. So this is what I mean by listen to yourself, listen to your body, your inner teacher. Maybe you can't relax when your head is turned away. I was that way for a couple of years, and then all of a sudden I realized I could look away, and it didn't make me go into a feeling of tension and stress. So I feel like I've gained a lot of flexibility in the last couple of years through doing this yoga with you. So thank you for that. Relax. Breathe deep. We're going to revisit this twist in a little while, so we're not going to stay here as long as we sometimes do. So when you're ready, we'll roll onto our back. Bring that leg straight up again, stretch it up tall, and drop it slowly down to the floor. Slowly down. Control it. Don't drop it fast. Slow it down till it's just above the floor, and then it touches. All right. Take a rest for a moment. Let's bring the hands overhead and stretch the body long. Realigning everything in the body. Stretch. Make your body as long as possible. Breathe in, yawn, and feel everything release as you let go. Slowly exhale. Awesome. Let's bring up the other leg now. I've got my left leg up. I'm going to bring the knee to the chest and hands to the knee. Squeeze it in and release a few times. Enjoy the stretch. Go in the hips. Let's bring that leg up from the hip, straight up like a lamppost out of your hip. If you have a little bend in that knee, don't worry about it, that's fine. Hold the legs with the hands. Bring the hands to grab somewhere on the knee or leg or thigh area, and then just gently bring it into an inclined position, stretching the hamstring and hip. Work with your breath as much as your leg. Breathe. Gentle, don't overdo it. Don't ask for miracles this first time. If you're new to the group, take it slow. We're happy you're here. Be gentle with yourself. Listen to the body with love. If the body asks for something specific, feel free to say yes and deliver whatever is needed. This is your time to take care of yourself. Self-care is the new health-care. At least I'm saying that. It's probably good to have both. All right, we're going to hold that leg at or near the therapeutic edge of your range of motion. So hold it there and ask the back of the leg and the hip to let go. Release. If you want, you can give a little rub, squeeze and release, rub up and down the back of the leg. Calf muscle around the knee area, towards the hamstrings, to the hip. Squeeze and release, rub, massage. Pay attention to yourself. It's a good thing. And if you feel the urge to go deeper into this stretch, if the leg is asking to really stretch a little more than what you're doing, then follow that urge in, but be gentle. Don't overdo it. And hold at your new edge. Keep breathing. Try to relax. Let's release. Bend the knee. Cross over the knee to the other side of the body. Roll up on the hip. Open the chest. Open the arms. And turn your head to the direction that allows you the most relaxation, most connection. From neck to tailbone, release, relax, and bend the other leg a little bit if you want. Listen to the body. Release. Nice inhalation and sighing exhalation, a restorative breath in through the nose, out with an open mouth. Release. All right, let's roll onto the back and do another long body stretch. Arms reach overhead, legs are straight, toes point. Stretch the body as long as possible, breathing in. Really expand your rib cage as big as you can get it. And release. Bring those arms down. Bring one hand to your chest, fingertips resting near your sternum, and one hand to your belly, fingertips resting near your belly button. Just relax through the body and breathe. Notice how the breath enters the body and where your fingers rise in the expansion of your body as you breathe in. Out. I'm not asking you to breathe any particular way, just notice how you breathe and where the breath goes. Now, trade position of fingertips. Bring the other hand to the sternum and the other hand to the belly button. Fingertips alive with sensation. Breathe in and out. Beautiful. Bring your feet close to your hips. Bend the knees. Put the knees pointing up towards the ceiling. Feet strong on the floor near your hips. We're going to bring the hands to the floor. I see all those hearts. Thank you. Spread your hands, fingertips wide on the floor, and the palms are down on the floor. We're going to bring the hips up and lift as high as you can with the hips. Press your feet into the floor. Squeeze your buttocks. Make your chest rises up to meet your chin. That's good. Bring it up even higher. And we're going to roll down on the floor one vertebrae at a time, starting at the neck, upper back, mid-back, waist area, and finally the hips. Once the hips are snuggled down into the floor, bring your knees to the chest, hands up to the knees, squeeze it in, and release. Squeeze it in, and release. Squeeze it in. Open the knees a little bit wide, don't go too far, whatever feels good, and close it up. We're going to put the feet on the floor again, hands near your hips, palms down, lift the hips up, bridge it up. Squeeze the hips, push the feet in the floor. Rise up. This time, reach your hands straight above your shoulders, reach for the ceiling, and roll back down on the floor, starting at the neck, upper back, mid-back, waist area, lower back, and hips snuggling down. Knees come up to the chest, hands to the knees, squeeze it in, and release. Squeeze it in, release. Squeeze it in, and release. Stretch your legs out, arms overhead, stretch the body long. Breathe in, expand your ribs, breathe in. Hands come down, resting near the hips, palms up, fingers curl. Bend your right leg, bend the knee up. Bring it to the floor on the left side of the body. All right, this knee is on the floor. Roll way up on your hip. Bend your other leg and reach your right hand down to grab your left toes. It may be a little difficult. If you cannot do it, you can use a bandana or a scarf or a belt and wrap it around your foot, like so. Wrap it around your foot, so that you can grab a hold of that foot. We're doing a pose called cat pulls her own tail. So this knee is across the floor and bent, and we're just going to reach the left hand up and pull the leg away, but don't let it go. So if you're holding your toes, you make a circle between the left leg and the right arm, and tension occurs in that circle, stretching the side body. Allow your head to look up towards the ceiling if possible. And release. Roll onto your back. Stretch the body long again. Big inhalation. And release, relax. Just take a moment here to let the body be heavy on the floor. Don't resist gravity. Melt down. Feel how you feel. Accept any sensations. Listen with love. I truly believe listening with love to the body is the first step in healing, naturally healing. Whatever issues are in your tissues, whatever chronic aches and pains exist. And remember, if cat pulling her own tail is not a good pose for you, you can just rest in spinal twist. Reclined spinal twist is very healing, very hopeful to finding your center. Relax. Let's try it the other way now. Bring up the outer leg, bend the knee, bring it across the body all the way over, roll up onto your hip. The upper arm, the one that's up, the shoulders off the ground here, that's my left arm. I'm going to reach it down and bend that bottom leg and grab onto your toes. If you need to use a scarf or belt or bandana or something, wrap it around the toes and hold on to the scarf. It's actually good, even if you can reach your toes. I find this is actually pretty awesome to do. And then pull the toes away and try to hold on tight with the hand, making tension in that circle between the leg and the arm. Keep it going, keep breathing. Cat pulls her own tail, release, roll onto your back. And snuggle those hips down on the floor. We're going to bring the hands to the side of the hips, palms down, feet on the floor strong. Lift up into a bridge. Push the feet on the floor, squeeze the buttocks up, up, up. If you want, you can walk your shoulders together and clasp your hands under your tailbone. If you do that, you'll lift your hips a little higher because now you're up on your arms instead of your upper back. Push up with the hips. Squeeze the buttocks in. Push the feet into the floor. Keep breathing. Pump your stomach a little bit as you breathe. Call this bellows breathing. Inflate the belly. Blow out through the lips. Flatten the belly. 3 more big breaths. Reach with the hands straight up from the shoulders. Roll the back down. Hands come to the knees. Knees come to the chest. Rock left and right. Awesome. Let's try to hold on behind the knees. Put your fingertips behind your knees, and the knees do not bend all the way. The heels are away from the hips a little bit, and kick the heels and see if you can move into a rocking chair. Round your back and rock from tailbone to upper back. Let's rock about 3 or 4 more times. Feel that huge massage up and down the spine with the weight of your body. And eventually we'll come back up to seated. Awesome. How we doing, guys? All right. I'm reading some comments there and I'm only confused, but somebody wants me to pay attention to my feet. I always do the feet, you know that. Sometimes more than other times. All right, coming into seated. Make sure you feel connected through your sitting bones down into the earth so your body is centered. And close the eyes and just observe. Beautiful. Let's circle the shoulders up and back, forward up by the ears, squeeze the shoulder blades, put it back, and really push them down, away from the ears while you elevate the top of your head up. It's really an adjustment of your posture. And so many of us are always hunched a little bit. It's really very bad for taking care of yourself. It's a habit that can be broken. Let's change. You come over the top to the front here. Move the shoulders, squeeze back, up by the ears, way forward, rounding the back into a kind of a comma shape, and then down, lengthening the neck. Top of the head reaches up, shoulders physically pulling down. And then we're going to bicycle the shoulders over the top to the front, creating flexibility in the upper torso, shoulder blades. So many people are frozen in their shoulders, causing chronic pain and tension and stress. So if you work with your shoulders and love your shoulders, they will love you back, and you will gain flexibility, and that pain will release and drift away. Think of your pain as a message, not an enemy. Don't hate your pain. Listen to it and send some love. You can even, if you've got chronic pain, I used to have a lot in my shoulder blade, my left shoulder blade. If you have that, you can kind of work with the micro muscles around that area, squeeze and release. So you're almost giving yourself a massage. And I'm showing you a lot of movement here, but you don't need to even have that. You will feel it, but nobody would even see what you're doing. But it's just squeeze and release. You can do it while you're reading or watching TV or driving and you're stuck in traffic. Listen to your body with love and give it some love. All right, good. Okay, we're going to continue to work on our upper back and posture for a moment. We're going to squeeze both shoulders way up. Squeeze them up, up, up. I'm not really pushing with my hands, but my hands are resting on my knees. Squeeze it up, shortening the neck, lifting the heart, lifting the chest. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze up, and inhale. When you exhale, drop them fast and release everything. Let the head float up. Let's try that again. Squeeze it up, breathe in. Up, 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 squeeze, 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 up, breathe in. Exhale, drop it fast. One more time. Beautiful. I'm going to ask you to bring your chin forward and your shoulders back, just to make a bit more flexibility in the upper back. Now we're going to push the chin back and the shoulders forward. You can think of it like a turtle sticking his head out of his shell and pulling his head into his shell. Back and forth, squeeze, creating movement in your skeletal frame of your upper back. Awesome. Let's bring the arms out to the side and float them up overhead, breathing in. Take your right hand down and place it on the ground next to your hip. Look at your hand on the floor and bring the body over. And then stretch it up. Breathe in. Both hands reaching up. Inhale. Stretch up. Other hand drops down. Let it rest next to the hip on the floor. Look at it down there and stretch over. Feel that stretch in the side body. From the hip through the rib cage, the armpit. Reach up. Feel it in the elbow. And let's come all the way over. Arms windmill over. Feel it in the left side. And again, breathing in and out. And do it 2 more times. Let's keep going. Breathe. All right, up we go. Arms up. Breathe in. Bring your prayer down from heaven all the way to resting in front of your heart. Bow your head. Take a moment for gratitude. Take a moment to place a request to the universe. Let your heart speak to the universe, to God, to the great spirit that unites us all, to whatever makes you feel spiritual, connected, happy, hopeful, positive. Everybody's different, and everybody's beliefs are valid. No more one person than any other. So much. I see quite a few people with me today, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you. We're going to try our plank challenge now, and we're going to incorporate upward dog and downward dog. So we're going to plank, upward dog, plank, downward dog, plank, up, plank, down. Now, if you don't want to try that, if it's too much, maybe for your wrists, because it's hard to do that in low plank. So you modify as you need and come out of it when you feel like it's enough. We're going to go about 60 seconds. Getting up on our push-up position if you're going to do the routine that I suggested. Otherwise, you can be in low plank, down on your toes and elbows. If you want to try the upper plank, the high plank, come up on your toes and hands. Spread your fingers wide, press your fingers into the ground, and strong on the floor, pressing down with your hands and your toes. Lower that hip. You don't want to make a tent. This is the true plank. Keep holding, keep strong. Awesome. Let's lift the hips now. Drop the head. You can move your feet a little bit if you want to find that perfect downward dog. Push away with your hands. Drop your head between your arms down by the yoga mat. See if you can lower your heels, stretching the Achilles tendon. If you can't, don't worry about it. Do your downward dog as you like it. And then come back to plank. Adjust where your feet are. Lower the hips. Plank it out. True plank. All right, here's the really challenging part. Bringing the hips down. Stay on your toes. Lift the face. Bring your chest forward and your head up at the top of the wall in front of you, through the top of your eyes. Upward dog. You've seen your dog stretch like this, right? And cats too. Let's come back to plank. And downward dog, up and up. Up with the hips. Adjust the location of the feet. Drop the head. Push the hands into the floor, creating space between your shoulders and your fingertips. And back down to plank. If you wanted a little more challenge, we're going to try upward dog, downward dog. Upward dog, and downward dog. From downward dog, please take a step or two towards your hands and move your hands back towards your feet. And we're just going to hang, letting the arms and wrists rest. Drop the head. Forward standing fold. Moving your hips a little bit like a figure 8. Feeling the back of the legs. Stretch. Step a little wider, so your feet are just a little wider than your hips. Left hand come to the right foot, sweep your right hand up, and watch with your hand goes up above your head. And then come down and let's just hang again. Ragdoll pose, just hang from your hips. Let's move the hips in a figure 8 again. A little movement. All right, bring that hand to the other foot. Sweep the other hand up. Look at the direction the hand went. Keep breathing. And bring it down. Figure 8 the hips. Rest the arms.
knees and heel toe your feet in so your heels are under your hips. Bend the knees, bring your hands to your knees and round your back. Push against your knees and elevate the body up. Walk up the thighs. Stand tall. Let's find our mountain pose. Heels under hips, toes pointing forward. Tuck your tailbone under, lift your sternum, shoulders back. Arms hang from the shoulders, lift the top of the head. Connect all the body's weight into a triangle in each foot. The big toes, ball of the foot, the little toes, ball of the foot, and the heel pushing down. The arch of the foot lifts. The energy of the arch of the foot lifting pulls energy up the legs. Tighten the knees, tighten the thighs, lift the sternum, float the head up. Let's take the right fingers and walk them down towards the side of the knee. And bring that left arm up and over. Keep both feet pushing down on the floor in equal amounts if you can. And then walk your fingers back up your leg and bring the body back upright. Let's switch the arms. Walk your fingers down the side of the leg towards the side of the knee. And stretch over. Hold. Keep the feet equally balanced, pushing down into the floor. And walk the fingers up the leg. Bring the arms out to the side. Reach both arms straight up. Reach up. Breathe in. Reach one hand higher than the other as if you're pulling mangoes out of a tree. You can put your weight on your feet, shifting from one foot to the other. Find your balance, find your mountain pose. Bring both arms up, stretch both arms up, reach up and breathe in. Bring the hands to prayer pose and pull your prayer down from heaven right to your heart. Bend your knees as if you're going halfway down to a chair. Try to keep your hips hanging down and knees bent just a little bit. We're going to go for a swim. Reach forward and back over the top. Let's reverse it. Backstroke. Bring your face up. Keep your knees bent. Reach back. Breathe in. Reach back. Breathe in. Swing your hands forward and back. And let's make our feet sort of like a rocking horse. Swing the arms. One foot in front, one foot back. Swing. This is just encouraging blood flow and energy to enter the body. Breathe. We're going to switch sides. Try and keep your arms moving. So you're going to have to take a half step in front or a half step in back with, anyway, figure it out. Swing the arms. And breathe. Standing with feet underneath the hips, toes pointing forward, bend your knees a little bit, and swing the arms around the body. Keep the knees bent, because if you don't, this may put stress on your knees, and we don't want that. So keep them bent, keep them loose, keep them bouncy, swinging the arms around the body. All right, we're going to bring both arms up and back. Swing it up. Swing it up and back, swing it up and all the way around. Swing it up and back, swing it up and back, swing it up and back, all the way around in front, up and around. Let's do that again. Swing up. That was a little intense. All right, swing up and back, swing up and back, and let's go all the way back. Open the chest, squeeze your shoulder blades. And I'm going to ask you to look for a second at how I interlock my fingers back here. Both palms are facing back. Interlock your fingers right behind your tailbone. And squeeze the shoulders back and down. Pull the hands down towards your heels. All right, so we're pulling the hands down towards the heels. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lift the face. Big breath in. Open the hands Bend forward and just let your hands hang in front, swinging back and forth a little bit. And we're just going to let them stop on their own, see how long it takes. Release everything in the shoulders and back. Drop your head. Slowly stand tall again. And again, interlock your fingers, but this time switch which one is in front. Interlock fingers and pull down. Pull the fingers down towards your heels. Squeeze your shoulder blades back. Lift your face. Breathe in and out. And release. Round your back. Bend your knees. Drop your head. Swing your arms. Let them stop on their own. Slowly up again. We're going to do that same kind of interlocked fingers up above your head. And then bring it down. And you're going to allow your fingers, see I'm doing like that, and then you're going to allow them to go like that. So they're kind of like locked into place. That's going to be right behind your neck. And drop your head forward. Pull the hands against each other. And lift it back up. Reach up with a prayer. Turn your palms out and push it down all the way to the sides of your thighs. Down. Exhale. Beautiful. We'll take a nice wide straddle. Bend the left leg and put your hand on that knee, that bent knee, and bring a lot of weight from your shoulder down from your arm into your leg. Swing this other arm and let it stop on its own. Be loose. Observe its freedom. When it stops, we're going to switch sides. This is the other knee bent, the hand on the knee, shoulder pushing down into the knee, a lot of weight on your arm. Swing your free arm and just observe how long it takes it for it to stop on its own. Into a forward fold with your legs about hip distance apart or a little wider. Hands to the floor in front of your feet. Drop your head, look behind you between your legs. Slowly bring your face forward and look in front of you. Let your fingertips just barely touch the floor. Looking forward. Drop it down, look behind you. Lift your face, look forward, fingertips barely touch the floor, and drop it down. Look behind you through your legs. Find that full range of motion through the spine. Drop it down, rounding the back, lift it up. Almost like a tabletop on your back here. Last time. Drop it down, just relax, and let's move the hips in a figure 8 again. Reverse your figure 8. Try and go opposite direction around the infinity symbol that you're drawing with your hips. Walk your toes a little wider. Walk your heels out. Bend the left. Straighten it up. Bend the right. Straighten it up. Bend the left. Straighten it up. And left. Straighten it up. Walk your hands over by your left foot, one hand on either side of your left foot. Turn both toes to the left. If you can, it's nice to have both legs straight here, but this is a pretty intense hamstring stretch, especially I find for the front leg. Drop your forehead towards your knee. Lift it back up and walk back to the center. All the way over to the other side. Turn both feet to the right. One hand on either side of your right foot. Both legs straight here if you can manage it. And think about your forehead coming close to your knee. And then walk in front again. Figure 8. Reverse figure 8. Walk your feet in, underneath your hips, heel and toe. Bring it in, bend your knees. Hands come to the knees, round your back, push away from your knees, walk up your thighs. Find yourself returning to that beautiful mountain pose. Arms out to the side, reach up, breathe in. Visualize yourself as a mountain. The sun rises, the pink light of the sunrise shines on your slopes. Reach it up, breathe in. And let's bring the hands back in a celebration stance, lifting your heart, dropping your head back into a slight arch, not too much. Bring your weight onto your toes. Hands come back to straight up from the shoulders. Bend the knees well down. Bring the chest close to the knees. And arms come up behind. Drop your head. Swing the hands down by your feet. All the way up. Come back to celebrate. And down. Hands come up behind. One more time. Celebrate. Swing it up. Breathe in. Exhale. Bring it back down. All right. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Oh, we have a few minutes together, and let's Om from home together. O as in ocean, M as in mother. And we're going to breathe in together to synchronize, and we'll hold a nice long Om together through the internet, through the cyberspace, connecting our voices, our vibrations. Let's breathe in together to synchronize. Breathing in now. Breathe all the way out. Let's breathe in together again, and we'll begin our Om. Let's do one more. 3 Oms makes it work, right? Breathing in. Thank you so much for joining me for yoga today. Have a wonderful end of your week into the weekend. Stay positive. Stay connected to the here and now, wherever that here and now is for you. Breathe with love and peace, joy and power. You got this. Thank you so much. Namaste to each of you, and all my love.